Hi there, it's Vicki Boutin with Scrapbook.com for American Crafts, and I'm super excited to share another thing I love about art crayons. We talk about using them wet as a watercolor. Now here is the magic that came along with my new stencil brush. We can also use them dry. So I'm going to get right into it and show you the magic of Art Crayon with a dry application. So these are the Vicki Boutin stencil brushes. When you open the package, it comes with this little blending mat. So the magic here is to take a color, and I'm going to take a couple of colors and we can blend them. So let's go with some blues and some purples. So just again, lightly on the mat, just scribble some color down. You don't have to press too hard or you'll break the crayon. And then you take your stencil brush, and I'm going to show you that in a second. Let's get a piece of foundation paper, and I have a stencil here, one of the Vicki Boutin stencils. To load the stencil brush in a circular motion, you just move it around on your pigment and pick that up. And then even if you want, if you're nervous that you would move your stencil around, just take a piece of washi. We'll put that on there so it stays in place. Or painter's tape, whatever you want to use there. But I like this new stencil because it will show we can do kind of a gradation of color there. So let's put that on there and then it'll stay in place. So I loaded the stencil brush, then I take it and in a circular motion, just start to apply some pigment. So I'm going to show you the magic in a minute. Let's get a couple colors on there. So when you find that you are not placing any more color, all you're going to do is load the brush again. I'm going to go in with that same color of blue. And this is a dry application. So the magic with the stencil brush is that it will evenly lay down that color. Goes on there lickety split. Let's go in with a little bit of that greeny blue. And I'm not even going to clean the stencil brush at this point. I will just pick up that pigment so we get that secondary color between the two blues. And then I'm also going to show you as well how to clean the brush when you're done, because that is a question I get all the time is how do you get the pigment off the brush? Because you might have one brush for all of your colors. Let's go in with this darker blue. Again, just place it, not pressing too hard, and in a circular motion, lift your pigment and then apply that. I love this because it is the same tool, the Art Crayons, but we can use it in multiple ways. So I don't have to, if I'm taking it to a crop or I want to make backgrounds, I don't have to pack a whole bunch of different products to get awesome results. So let me show you now. When you lift this off, how awesome that is. Look at how nicely and smoothly that color goes on, all with the stencil brush and dry art crayon. And here's your tip. When you're done, if you wanted to go, say I wanted to go to red, and if I had the blues on there, it would make purple. So how do you clean your brush? So if I'm going between colors, I will just grab the stencil brush and the baby wipe and rub it, just to get that color off. You can even mist a little bit on the tips. And all you want to do is rub that until you don't have any pigment coming off. So that's how I'd clean it between colors. When I'm done and say it's really dirty, again, too, here's a big tip. Don't press too hard with this brush. If you notice when I'm going in that circular motion, the bristles are not splaying out. I'm just picking it up lightly. So the pigment is only sitting on the tips of the bristles. If you press really hard, you're going to lose the shape of your brush. So don't do that. Just put the pigment lightly on top. It's rub, rub, apply, rub, rub, apply. And your pigment should only be sitting on the top. When you apply too, don't press harder when you're not getting pigment off. Load the brush to apply more color. If I want to go in and have a little bit of a deeper cleaning, I would take this and just dip the tip of the bristles in water, and then again just rub until no pigment is coming off, and then your brush is clean. Don't submerge this whole brush in water, because you're going to find with any paintbrush like this, you're going to find that the water will get into the bristles and then they're going to expand. So no soap for sure, and just clean it right away, especially if you're using different mediums on the brush. Clean it right away so it doesn't dry in the bristles. It's much easier to clean this when it's wet. Not so much with Art Crayon because it always stays open, but if you switch between your mediums. When you're done, so if I did that deep clean where I put it right in the bristles and then I clean the brush, no pigments coming off, when I want to finish using it and let it dry, I just take a paper towel like this and just tightly roll my brush and set it aside to dry. What that will do is allows the bristles to dry in the shape that you want them. So you will find when I'm done, I just take that, leave that in my workspace to dry for the next time when I want to use it. But that is adding a whole other element of awesomeness to the Art Crayons, that you can use them dry as well as wet. So I hope you give that a try. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more from Scrapbook.com, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a message. Happy crafting!